You ever get reported for trespassing in your own home? Because that's exactly how my day started. I was still in my pajamas, coffee in hand, standing in my own driveway, when two patrol cars rolled up like I'd just robbed a bank. Lights flashing, neighbors peeking through blinds, curtains moving like they were watching a cheap reality show. One officer stepped out. "Sir, we received a call about an unauthorized person on this property." I almost laughed. Almost. "Unauthorized person?" I said. "You mean me, the owner?" He looked confused, checked his notes, looked back at me. "Caller states this property belongs to the HOA and you're trespassing." That's when I saw him, standing across the street with his arms folded, wearing a smug little grin like he'd just won the lottery. HOA Karen's son. Early 20s, entitled, always acting like he was the unofficial sheriff of the neighborhood. And right beside him, of course, was Karen herself, sunglasses on, clipboard in hand, looking way too proud of her masterpiece. She actually waved at me. I wish I was joking. I walked up to the officers, calm, respectful, holding my coffee like this was just another boring Tuesday. "Officers, I've lived here for 3 years. I'm the homeowner. Deed's in my name." HOA son immediately shouted from across the street, "That's fake! HOA owns this property. He broke the smart lock at the back gate." The smart lock? The one I installed on my backyard gate. The one I bought. The one I paid for. The one installed by a licensed technician. All because he and his friends kept sneaking into my pool at night. So yeah, I broke in to my own locked yard. And that's when I realized this wasn't a misunderstanding. This was a power play. Before we get into what happened next, drop your city and time in the comments. I want to see how far this HOA madness is reaching today. The officers asked to see proof of ownership. No problem. I went inside, grabbed my deed, my property tax statement, my utility bill, 3 different files, all with my name and this address on them in bold letters. When I handed them over, Karen's face started to twitch. The younger officer read the paperwork carefully. Then he looked at Karen, then at her son.
"Ma'am, this man is the legal owner of the property. The HOA has no claim over this house or yard." Karen's son's smile vanished fast. But he locked the gate," he stammered. "He changed the access. He doesn't have permission." That's when the senior officer lifted an eyebrow. "Permission from who? You?" he asked. Dead silence. Then came the real twist. The officer asked, "So, why were you trying to access a private backyard?" Karen's son hesitated. Karen jumped in quick. "He was just checking the gate for safety." The officer wasn't buying it because my camera system had already sent alerts. I pulled up the footage right there on my phone. Clear as day, her son climbing the back fence 2 nights before, him opening the pool gate, him bringing 2 of his friends inside, him messing with the lock, him smirking at the camera. The neighbor gasps were loud this time. The officer turned to him slowly. "So you weren't reporting trespassing. You were trying to cover up your own." Karen's face turned chalk white. And it got worse. Because in the video, he wasn't just trespassing, he was trying to disable my camera, which is illegal. Now suddenly, my driveway felt like a courtroom. Karen started whispering to her son, "Say something. Tell them it's fake." But he couldn't. Everyone had seen it. The officers pulled him aside for questioning. Karen tried to follow. They told her to step back. Then the sentence I'll never forget. "Ma'am, your son may be facing charges for trespassing and attempted property tampering." Now the neighbors were fully outside, phones recording. One lady actually whispered, "Serves them right." Karen's voice cracked for the first time. "There must be some misunderstanding." The officer handed me back my papers. "Sorry for the disturbance, sir. You did nothing wrong. In fact, thank you for keeping your property secured." And then he added, "You're well within your right to press charges." Karen nearly collapsed. Her son went from neighborhood patrol to possible defendant in 30 minutes. But I didn't even press charges. You know what I did instead? I made the HOA board review the footage, the same board that Karen bragged about controlling. Within a week, her son was banned from all community facilities. Karen lost her position on the board, and the HOA was forced to pay part of my security upgrade as an apology. The same woman who tried to remove me got removed herself. And the same guy who called 911 on me crosses the street when he sees me. Now my pool stays locked, my cameras stay on, and the neighborhood finally knows who actually owns what. If you enjoyed this story, hit that like button, subscribe, and comment HOA exposed if you want the next one even crazier.